A very good morning to respected judges, my fellow colleagues. So the topic of today is 24-hour variation of IOP in primary open angle glaucoma treated with triple eye drops in a tertiary hospital of Eastern India. So when we measure IOP, it's mainly during the clinic hours, but we don't know what happens beyond those clinic hours. Studies have shown that in glaucomatous patients, as many as one third of the measurements which we measure in the clinic hours come out to be normal. So these measurements of IOP beyond the clinic hours before 9 am to 5 pm, the IOP measurements are important, and so this is just a try to see what the IOP comes out when we measure them while doing a diurnal variation of IOP and see what comes out in a hospital of Eastern region. So for this we selected 49 eyes of 49 outpatient patients who were diagnosed with primary open angle glaucoma. Either the right or left eye were randomly chosen. A consent for 24-hour hospitalization was taken. All these patients were being treated with different combinations of 3 eye drops, that is of PG analogs, beta blocker or carbonic anhydrase inhibitor. The inclusion criteria of POAG were as normal open angle, characteristic glaucomatous optic neuropathy with corresponding visual field changes, no other systemic disorders causing any optic nerve damage. The patients with history of cardiac or respiratory diseases, severe corneal diseases, uveitis, past eye surgery, or those using systemic drugs that might affect the IOP were excluded. For the IOP measurement, it was measured by Schiorz tonometry in supine position by a single technician every 3 hours, starting from 10 am of one day followed up to 7 am of the next day. For each eye, average of 3 readings were taken. And to facilitate this analysis, we divided the patients into 2 groups. One was diurnal type, one was nocturnal. Diurnal where the average daytime IOP exceeded that of the average nighttime IOP, and vice versa in nocturnal time. This is a typical 24-hour IOP profile. So for statistical analysis, we actually measured the average IOP at all time points, the mean IOP fluctuations, that is the difference between the peak and the trough IOP, and for each patient when the peak IOP was attained, the time. So coming to the results, among 49 eyes, 27 eyes, that is around 55%, were diurnal type, while 22 eyes or 45% were nocturnal type. The mean peak IOP, it was found that at 7 am the average peak IOP was the highest at 16 plus minus 5-6 millimeter of mercury, and the trough IOP was measured at 4 pm. This trough IOP was significantly lower than the IOP at the daytime, that is 7 am, 10 am and 1 pm. While measuring the 24-hour IOP fluctuation, we saw that this IOP fluctuated very extensively from 2 to 20 millimeter of mercury, and the majority of this fluctuation ranged between 4 to 9 millimeter. The time of peak IOP among the 49 eyes, around 14 eyes or 29%, we saw that peak IOP was attained at 10 am. In 10 eyes we saw it at 7 am, while in 8 eyes it was seen at 10 pm. It was noteworthy that around 62% of these eyes showed that peak IOP was attained at non-office or non-clinic hours. So coming to the discussion, literature has showed that IOP is higher in supine position. In sitting position it normally peaks in the morning, while in supine position it normally peaks during sleep at night. So in our study, this diurnal and nocturnal type, it corroborated with the study by Ito et al., where similar figures were seen. While measuring the average peak IOP, it was shown that it sometimes directly contradicts some study as by Ito et al., where the trough IOP was seen to be attained at 7 am, while it was at 4 pm in our study. However, some results were also comparable with us. Similarly, we saw that the time of peak IOP was also different from study by Ito et al. And it was similar to Ziao M et al. The peak IOP was mainly attained during the morning hours. And the main point is that almost 30 eyes showed non-peak IOP at non-office hours, which was in agreement to Nakakura et al., who also found that IOP was highest outside the clinic hours. Hence, to conclude, 24-hour fluctuation varied extensively. The mean IOP elevated outside the clinic hours was seen in majority of POAG patients, and the therapy of each POAG patient needs to be individualized, keeping note of the diurnal variation. Thank you. And I'll end by welcoming you all for the next AIOC in Kolkata 2021. Thank you.
Why you took 3 drug patients?
So to match up the patients actually, because the patients of POAG, we had to take a factor which was similar in all the patients. There are many loopholes in this study, like in Shior's tonometry is not such a reliable one, and also the POAG patients, the treatment varies. So it's actually just an experimental study to see that what happens to the diurnal variation in POAG patients who were matched by the number of drugs they were been treated with. So that was one of the factor which matched among the patients.
Don't you think you should have compared a normal population, same thing with the glaucoma population, so that you know what is the effect of outside, how much is the effect in glaucoma patients?
Yes, sir. That could have been done. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll invite Dr. Alka for a keynote address.